You're a couple of mercenaries, but relative peace in the Eastern Territory has created a dwindling coin problems in your pocket. You find yourselves in the bustling city of Eastport, shoving your way through the early morning crowd towards the local notice board. In front of you is a single flyer that says Guards Wanted for Muggs Family Farm. A simple map is drawn on the flyer, and it reads, half a day's travel by foot.
Well, Roderick,
that's a long ways to go, my friend. A long ways to go.
We're walking half a day. What has happened? We were on the up and up. This is pathetic.
I think it had something to do with that last failed mission that we didn't accomplish.
That wasn't our fault. And I'm telling you, that wasn't our fault. We had bad orders.
I know.
This is why you and we got to be in charge. We've got to set up our own crew. But in order to set up our own crew, we need some coin. And I jingle my hand in my pocket. This is all I've got. Lint. So it looks like we better start walking.
That's sad. That's sad, my friend.
It's the life of a mercenary, I tell you.
Okay.
As you are talking about your coin that you have in your pocket, a young man bumps into Roderick. His fiery red hair.
Hey,
watch where you're going, lad.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bump into you, sir. I have these.
You better check your pockets.
No.
Grab the young man by the scruff of his collar.
The young man throws a potion towards Roderick. No need. Here, check this out. One for you for free, and I have an extra one for you.
I check my pockets.
Yeah, I better check.
Okay.
Where are you going in such a hurry?
You guys got me. You got me. I'll give you the big potion for free.
Roderick goes ahead and starts drawing out his sword.
How about we take both potions and I don't take your hand?
Okay. You got me. You got me. Here, there's one for both of you.
That sounds more like it. Now run along, little boy.
Well,
this is men's work.
Don't you? I have this as well. A little scroll. What are you? Perhaps
what,
you're
that looks
in this.
Devilish.
No,
he's got scrolls now.
It's a
what
little
pact
sword.
have you made, young man?
No, it's got a little sword with fire on it. It's very powerful.
I don't trust this one.
And as he's talking about the scroll, you see a giant wizard and city guardsmen behind him marching their way through this city, yelling, "Thief! Find the thief!"
Grab this guy by the back of his neck. There might be a reward, Roderick. What do you think?
No reward. Here, just take it. Just take the scroll. Just take the scroll. Just take it.
We're going to take you to the authorities.
He tries to run away.
No, you don't.
Roll D20.
18.
Please, sir. I'll give you anything you want. The people are approaching.
I want the reward for turning you in, boy.
There's no reward. You've got everything I have.
Guards, over here.
Oh, my God.
Roderick, take what he's got. We may as well take something from this kid before we turn him in.
Hold on. I mean, maybe this lad has a bit of tough luck on his side.
Please, sir.
We've got tough luck. I got no coin left.
They'll bother you all day. They'll take you to the cell, then the jail, and they'll make you fill out paperwork. You don't want that. He empties his pockets again. There's nothing.
What else do you have on you, young man?
No,
what else?
He takes your shirt off. I have the shirt. Here, take the shirt.
He grabs it. Oops. Grabs it. He goes.
I turn him around forcefully after his shirt has been taken off. I kick him in the seat and send him running. You don't have much of a head start. You better run.
The fiery young man with his red hair bolts off in the direction, and the wizard and the guardsmen, there he goes, and they start following him.
I just turn and look.
I put away the scroll for the moment. I'm kind of wondering.
What is that?
Erlend. Perhaps they're after this scroll that we have.
Well, it's okay. We're leaving town, right? Half day's walk, it says on this message board.
Okay.
It's just stuff my hands in my pockets and start strolling in the direction of What was this again? I can't remember what is it? Where are we going? Some half-baked farm?
I grabbed the notice off the board.
Yeah, let's just take it with us.
It reads the Muggs Family Farm.
Muggs family. This sounds terrible.
Let's
go.
Yeah.
On our way out of town, let's grab something to eat. I don't want to walk on an empty stomach.
You accomplished just that. Finding some nice food to eat. Perhaps some fried toad.
Once we get out of town, Roderick, why don't we take a look at that fancy scroll again? That might be worth some money.
And start walking out of town with your scroll and your potions.
What do you make of this?
Potions. Oh, let's see here. Well, first thing, before I look at that scroll you've got there, I just want to take a whiff of this potion. Make sure he's not selling as some other. I unstopper it. Take a whiff. Smelling for poison. No, I don't get any poison from this, as far as I can tell.
It smells sweet and savory.
Might be worthwhile.
As of this scroll here, he takes a look at it and tries to decipher any kind of demonic or devil lore in it.
Boy, if it's devilish, we got to get rid of it. I'm telling you now. It'll bring nothing but bad luck.
You read the scroll, or you observe and look at the scroll without reading it, and you see the words of power written on it, but all you see is a blade with a fire across the blade.
Interesting.
Best you take that. I prefer this this mason chain. Nothing like breaking bones.
I'm not too sure I should even dabble with this. Perhaps we could go ahead and sell this later.
Yeah, well, let's just pocket it for now as we walk down the road. I am munching on a snack. I've got a nice greasy piece of bread and cheese.
Toad.
It's good.
Toad is good.
Are you going to bring that horse of yours? Or what are you thinking? Are we going to have to sell him too? You don't mind walking? I'm not riding no horse. Last time I rode a horse, nearly broke my neck.
Sounds fine to me. Just a little less to be
how do we get
worried
here?
About losing along on the way.
Yeah, if we're taking a job for Muggs Family Farm. I think we've already lost as we keep walking down the. We used to be something.
Well, we could still be something. We just have to find a new avenue. Let's just go to the farm and figure this out. We'll see how this goes.
As I walk with next to Roderick on the road, I pull out my harmonica and start up a little ditty.
Oh, nice
one. May as well
one.
pass the time and with some style, music.
I wish I had a lute. I'd be able to accompany you, but you know what happened in the last.
Well, if you're playing a lute and I'm playing a harmonica, people get the wrong idea. We're mercenaries after all. This isn't some circus show. We're not troubadours.
As Erlend,
or heaven forbid, bards.
As Erlend starts playing a ditty on his little harmonica, and you find yourself traveling down a dirt road bordered by tall grass, swaying in a gentle breeze. The sky is a clear blue with soft clouds shielding you from a shining sun. The trek is peaceful and uneventful until you come upon a stream. It is easy enough to cross and continue your journey, but as you take in your surroundings, you see the stream slopes down, and off in the distance, the muddy stream empties into a pond, and a black stallion can be seen drinking from this pond.
Oh, Roderick, what do you make of that horse?
I hope it's a good sign of something, but
good sign. It's a godsend. Let's try to rope it in. If we can get that horse, think of the money. Think of the money.
You have a rope?
Let me check. No, I had to sell it. I got nothing.
See? Well, I guess we can only look and ponder over its beauty.
Well, I'm going to try to get closer. You never know. Well, I'm not going to ride it, that's for sure. Certainly not bareback. I walk towards the stream. You know what? Maybe we can refill some of our... We've been walking for a while. Wouldn't be a bad idea to refill our water skins.
Water skins for sure.
As I get a little closer, I walk somewhat closer to the horse, just approaching, but doing so obliquely, not directly towards the horse. As I get down to where the stream is, I crouch down, keeping my eyes away from the horse. I refill my water skin, just kind of sit there waiting for the horse to get used to my presence.
You notice that the water that you're now filling up is crystal clear compared to the water that's full of mud raining down from the stream. And
good fortune.
Cloud rolls over you, casting a shadow. And as you're filling your water up at the bottom of this pond, you see a soft blue glow. And the horse just continues drinking, paying no mind to you.
Hey,
Double back quickly.
Watch out there.
Yeah, I stumble back onto the bank of this pond, my feet facing the pond. I point over to the pond where I saw this glow. I whisper to Roderick, "You see that?"
Yes, and I do not like it. This looks odd to me. Some sort of sorcery.
Water smells fresh.
Cleanest water you've ever seen.
I'm going to take a little swig. Tastes fine.
Tastes pure.
Refreshing.
Okay. If you
Shall we just keep walking?
Let me fill up next.
I'll keep
Roderick,
an eye on things.
Roderick looks over at that horse to muster up any signs of whether or not it's been civilized at once, ridden before.
Seems to be a wild horse, untamed by nature. And finally,
the coat on it looks like it's been untouched by a saddle or a saddle.
A rare find. Even if we were to just take it to a breeder, they might appreciate such a find.
The horse finally picks it up from drinking and looks at Erlend and heads over towards him. Curious.
I reach into my pack slowly, not to startle the horse. I pull out a little bit of dried apple, hold it out in my hand, making sure to stretch my fingers back so as not to get them nipped off by the horse. Hold it out to it.
Takes the apple from your hand and starts to chew and eat it.
I reach out as it's chewing, just gently stroking the neck of this black stallion. That's nice. That's a good horse.
And as you do
looks like you're getting yourself a nice steed there.
Don't kid yourself, Roderick. I'm not riding this thing. I'd sell it for glue before I ride it.
As you say that, and Roderick is still filling up his canteen, the horse kicks him, attempts to kick him into the pond with his back legs.
Some horseman you are, Roderick.
He gets out of the puddle and
I like this horse more and more.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Now, if you don't mind, I'll dry off here. Starts shedding part of his armor. Getting himself back.
This horse can go with us anywhere. This is great.
Well, it certainly ain't my friend. That's for sure.
And as you say that, and you are busy removing your armor, the horse actually metamorphosizes into a hideous monster.
Whoa!
Grabbing you and trying to force you back into the pond from which you tried to swim out of.
I scramble at my belt for my mace and chain.
And I pull forth my flambers.
The horse monster, hideous monster of a face, just falls flat, almost skidding into the pond by itself, missing its opportunity.
With its back turned to me, I rush in, 2 hands on the haft of my mace and chain. I swing hard at the back of this monster's head. Success.
Roll your damage.
Ooh. 9 damage.
Roderick connect.
Roderick swings around with his flamberge, slices into the air towards the horse monster.
You ate my apple.
Just barely.
It takes a slice from Erlend, but Roderick's sword hits the ground. The monster turns back up. Again, tries to grapple Roderick, being the closest now.
Get out of there. Get out of there, Roderick.
With a 10,
Does a parry.
you easily parry its hand away.
Bing!
For my second attack. As he continues to hit her. I've got it a flanking position here. Again, I swing the mace hard, this time going for its back leg, trying to cripple it. Ooh, an 18. 8 damage. So I
Roderick
crack
connect.
that mace on the back of its leg.
After the leg, you can hear a bone crack a little bit.
Breaking bones.
Roderick
And-
has it.
I swing once more. Clang. 11.
Roll your damage.
$14.
A nice shot. Do you think that we're going to collect a bounty on this, aren't we?
Roll your initiative. It's just a d20.
8.
Roderick has a chance to act after delivering a devastating blow to it.
Finish him.
Once again, goes for the strike with the flamberge, swinging at its head. 13.
It attempts to dodge at this point. And
You got
and
him.
it fails. You drive your blade.
Slice!
How do you kill this beast?
Its head goes flying through the air, blood splurting everywhere.
You see this kelpie's head just fly off. Land.
What?
We got to bring that with
What
us.
matter of creature is this?
Well, it doesn't matter now. It's gold in our pockets.
The
Let's
hand-
grab his head. I'm sure there's a
The
bounty.
head landed in the pond, but you see the blood
Quick.
disappearing out of the water. The
Don't
water
let that
being
head go.
purified.
Grab the rest of it, try and pull it out.
You easily accomplish this. Again, as you look down into the pond, you still see a soft blue glow.
I walk up to Roderick, put my hand on his shoulder. Why, you still got it. Nice.
Points over towards that glowing. What do you make of that?
Looks suspicious.
Hmm.
Let me see if I tell you if it gives me the demonics. No, it doesn't seem demonic to me.
Well then,
Magical. Meh.
he goes ahead and adjusts himself. Since I'm already wet, heads over towards the object in the water.
Yeah, we'll get that head. So we want a bounty for this
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
You see that the object that's glowing it's deep in the pond. The pond itself was very deep. Enough to swim down about 30 feet.
Now, you want to swim in there?
You know how much I love swimming.
I remember
God
last time
damn
you
it.
went swimming.
Well, this is the last time I've gone swimming. Look at me. I haven't had a bath in ages.
Oh, I get
Starting
to see
to
the nice
smell
bruise
like it.
where that kelpie kicked you in the back. Look at that. That's
Yeah. You laugh. Whatever. Sheds off the rest of his clothing. Head dives in.
Sure thing. You easily swim down.
I keep an eye on him as he's swimming. And I'm distracted a little bit by the body of this creature. I'm looking it over. Maybe something else that we could sell off this thing.
You easily retrieve the item at the bottom of this pond. And as you pick it up, you can't see it because you're underwater. But as you come back up, handle is a gold, and the blade is pure white, and it's still softly glows.
Whoa!
Amazing find here. Swims himself out of the pond.
No kidding. Well, let me take a look at that. That looks high quality.
Holds it over to his buddy.
Right, carefully take it by the hilt.
As Erlend
examine it for quality.
As Erlend grabs it, he immediately takes a single point of damage. It burns.
Ooh! Man, didn't you feel that? You didn't feel that?
No.
Man, it's got some sting on it, that thing.
As Roderick holds it again, it just glows.
Interesting. He wheels it around to see how it works.
On the ground.
Balance.
It fits you better.
It's a 1d6 damaged blade. Feels expertly crafted.
Looks nice. It's a shame I can't touch it, but hey, you're better with those blades anyway.
Nice. Goes ahead.
Yeah, you want to dry off? Shall we make a little fire? How you feeling?
There's plenty of time for that. We'll just go ahead and tuck this
Should
away.
I carry your clothes? You want to walk as the good Lord made you?
You know, that's the way he made me, so...
And no shame here.
Gathers everything together. Gives
quite the specimen,
Erlend his pants. Here.
Yeah, I'll carry those for you. I mean, I didn't have to... I'm not walking... I didn't go for a swim. It's the least I could do for you. But we're not leaving without that head now. Now, come on. You got to carry the head. We got to get a bounty off this thing. There's somebody who's going to pay a bounty.
He's got his boots kind of strapped around on either side, over each shoulder.
Well, I've got your pants in one hand. Yeah, I don't mind carrying it. I'll carry the head. I put my mace and chain back in my belt holster and grab the Kelpie by its hair.
You notice that'll be the only valuable part of a Kelpie, is its head.
Man, it's an ugly sucker.
Iconic.
Look at this thing.
It looked much better like a horse.
No, that's for sure. I'm still mad that it took my apple. Thieving demonic thing.
Well, we got this, so I'm happy.
Well, serves it right. Let's keep walking. Maybe we can get to Mug's family farm. We're sure to make a good first impression, aren't we? As I hold up the Kelpie. Here we go.
Sure.
Yeah, we're here for the job. Well, at least we got a good...
They'll be seeing me coming a mile away.
Well, there's nothing quite like this. That's right. The maidens will have to steel themselves against your presence. Well, maybe you'll be dry by then.
All right. So as you go back on your journey, you continue your journey to the Mug's family farm. The countryside is serene as you travel that dirt road again. Cuts through
bad.
It cuts through the rolling hills and grasslands that make up most of the Eastern Territory. However, a gust of wind comes through, and you take notice of hundreds of small floating objects in the sky carried above you by this wind, but carries it ever higher and much too fast for you to catch up to or follow.
What is this? Seedlings? Something in the air.
It sure is nice out here. It's nice to get out in the countryside, you know?
Roderick checks his clothing to see how it's drying out.
Well, your pants are good. There you go.
Starts putting all his stuff on. Don't want nothing no sneaking up on me again like that.
I'm trying to forget where I got this water, but I tell you, it tastes good. Take another swig.
Still.
I don't notice. We've drunk far worse when we're on campaign.
That's true.
Remember that last battle? We were all drinking out of our helmets,
scraping this The bottoms of the puddles. Yes, it was a rough time.
Hey, can I see that notice there for this job? I just want to take another look at it.
Hands it over to him.
I put the Kelpie's head down unceremoniously, just drop it into the dirt. I'm looking for the pay on this, and we're already almost there. We should be prepared to negotiate.
You see no pay on the...
Wait a second. There's no pay on this.
You're
You
gonna
had me walk all the way out here? Wait, this is not how we're going to start a mercenary company of our own. Taking no pay jobs? Well, we're already this far. I tossed the paper back, disgusted. We took a job without knowing what the pay is. We're mercenaries.
Sometimes we have to take the risks.
This is the problem. You're too idealistic. You got to think of the bottom line. If we're ever going to make a go of this, we got to think of ourselves first.
Well, you know I'm not always this way, but I have to think positive when I have to. You know, I'm usually more of the pragmatic type, you know.
Well, it's your pragmatism that I admire. But when you get all high-minded like this, taking jobs where we don't know how much we're going to get paid, I got trouble with that. I pick up the Kelpie's head. There's nothing to it. I mean, you may as well go see it. The least they can offer us is some food.
That's true. That's true.
I'm an apple short. Hopefully they got some.
Now, as you get lost in this conversation and on your journey, the sky turns from a bright blue to a soft orange as the sun begins to set behind the horizon. And eventually, the terrain breaks into endless fields of corn, and you can see men on patrol walking the farm with their torches already lit. And in the distance, a large farmhouse.
Yeah, what do you make of this? They got patrols out. It's quite the operation. Muggs Family Farm, they said.
Is this their own personal guard?
Well, if it is, it tells us one thing, doesn't it? It tells us they've got gold to pay.
They got gold. They've got gold.
We're at the right place. Let's go and see Mr. Mugg himself.
As you make your way to this farmhouse, an older man wearing loose-fitting draped clothes, a simple pointed hat, an assortment of belts and pouches. He's got one hand holding a walking stick and uses it gently as he approaches you and say, well, how are you doing there, strangers? How can I help you today?
Oh, we're here to help you, sir. I reach out my hand to extend a friendly greeting. We saw your notice in town.
You came from Eastport, huh?
The very same.
All right.
Don't mind my traveling companion here. I hold up the Kelpie's head. We had a spot of difficulty on the way over. Thought we'd take this for the bounty, you know.
Yeah, you could bring that back to Eastport and sell it to a wizard. They always buy creatures of that, but only white horses on this farm. Kelpie.
You wouldn't happen to have a spare, burlap sack or something I can put this in? I don't want to startle anybody with this ugly mug.
Yeah, I'll get Corey to get you one of those. He'll be out here in a minute. He's usually doing all the work around the farm. I'm a bit older.
You've earned some rest. You're Mug, are you?
Yeah, no, I'm Marshall. My last name's Mug. This is Mug's Family Farm.
So you're Marshall, is it? Well, I'm Erlend. And this over here is Roderick.
Nice to meet you.
Roderick, you want show him the thing, the notice.
Oh yeah,
it's incomplete.
We're here because of
Marshall.
this.
Oh,
hands it over.
He takes it. Oh yes, the guard position. We're always in need for guards. Goblins, kobolds, all sorts of creatures always try to steal, the crops. It's just in their nature.
Well, I can understand that, and as you can see, we are quite experienced. I hold up the Kelpie's head again. There's something missing on this, though, Marshall. We're not we're honorable men, but we're not working for charity. What's the pay for this position?
It's a low pay. It's 10 gold about a week. But if you kill a goblin, you're risking your real life. There is we'll pay you by the goblin that you slay, and a little extra. If you get room and board, you get 3 square meals.
Well, 10 a week, you said?
10 gold pieces a week. This is simple life out here.
Per person, of course.
Oh, of course. This farm feeds almost the entirety of Eastport by itself. We make.
How many other guards you have on staff there, Marshal? If you don't mind me asking.
I couldn't even tell you. Corey kind of handles all that.
Corey is your son?
He's kind of like a son. He's been here for a long time. Not much of a fighter, but he knows how to work the farm.
Oh, he's your lead hand. I understand.
Yes,
okay.
Exactly. Corey, get out here and come meet these fellows. He yells into the farmhouse.
I turn over to Roderick and cock an eyebrow like, do we do it?
Sure, for a week.
All right. Well, let's give it a go.
See a man come out wearing blue overalls and black hair tucked underneath his cowboy hat. Says, how y'all folks doing? What's going on out here?
No, we're here for some employment. I understand you got some work here.
Oh, yeah, you're here for the guard job then.
Very same.
Excellent. We could always use more guards. You guys look like you were in a tussle. You're fine over there? I see that big horse head you got.
Oh, this? Yeah, a little souvenir from our trip. I hold up the Kelpie's head.
Oh, good work. Took any damage there? We got Martha inside. She's a priest of office. She can heal you right up.
A little scratch. Nothing.
Yeah,
Nothing we haven't
much.
seen, haven't we? Roderick and I have seen some action together. We'll take care of this goblin problem of yours, no problem. No issue at all.
That sounds good.
There is a Marshall here was mentioning something about a bounty per goblin. What's that? What's that pay there, Sir Corey?
Sometimes it's 20, sometimes it's 40, depending on how big they are. They can get awfully big now.
Nice. Now, when was the last time you saw one of these goblins around, Corey?
So we're going by weight, are we?
Oh, yeah, they pay by the pound.
We'll get the big ones. The big ones are our specialty.
We saw one a couple of days ago. Was messing with the horses in the back.
When do they come? Night?
Generally nighttime. That's, and they like poke around.
Where's the bunkhouse for us guards?
We all live in this large farmhouse. This farmhouse can hold an army, essentially. The owners, Marshall and Martha, they live on their own side with a kitchen and stuff like that, but we're all bunked up on the other side.
Quite the impressive-looking manor house, I must say.
It's quite nice. Maybe Roderick and I, if you don't mind, while we still have a little bit of daylight left, let's go take a look around, get a feel for the lay of the land.
Well, let me show you around the farm. Marshall, why don't you get in there and help Martha, and I'll show these nice folks around.
Much obliged, sir.
Marshall goes back into the farmhouse, and Corey tags along.
Yeah, Marshall, before you leave, you mind putting this in that sack, the Kelpie head? Yeah, you don't mind. I don't want to be carrying around this anymore. It's kind of greasy and starting to smell bad.
You know what? Why don't you guys head over to the east section of the farm and just put that in a burlap bag or something over there?
Oh, good job, sir. Yes, absolutely. Well, let's take a look around.
Yeah, let's go head over there.
Marshall heads off, and Corey's like, we'll go straight to the tool shed. That's where we keep everything. So let's explain how the farm is. It's simple. West side of the farm is all corn. The east side is where all the animals are, and the barn, the tool shed, and that's where we're gonna go. We're gonna go check it out over there.
As we walk, Roderick, keep an eye out, looking at tracks here, goblin tracks. This would be a sweet gig if we bag ourselves some goblins in the first week.
Looking around, checking out vicinity.
Ooh, I get a success on my identify tracks.
You do see tracks, but they're not any kind of track you've ever seen before. No goblins, no nothing.
Odd.
I
take out my charcoal. Take out my charcoal in my little journal and just quickly sketch the track on it. I haven't seen one like this before.
Now, as you're making your way to the tool shed, a gust of wind comes by and starts slamming the tool shed. The tool shed open and close quickly, startling the animals. Corey's, yeah, you mind getting that door real quick? These animals, they're going to be going crazy all night if I don't calm them down. Just go over there and shut that tool shed. Get your bag, too, while you're there. I'm going to go calm these animals.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. I take off at a run.
I head along with him as well.
I run up to the tool shed door that's banging in the wind. Quickly secure it. Take a look inside. Ah, yeah, there's a bag over there hanging on the wall.
You grab your bag. Inside, you notice basic tool shed. You see tools just lining the walls. It's a large tool shed. Maybe 3 or 4 people could fit in here at a time. And laying on the ground is just a scarecrow, not even barely sewn together. And just that's what you're seeing there.
No, it looks like they got other guards here. Hey, Roderick, you can come on in here. Take a look around.
What's this on the ground here?
That's a scarecrow. What do you mean, what's that? Where are you from? You haven't seen a scarecrow
I've
before?
never seen any of these before. What is this?
Oh, it's to keep the birds out of the crop. That's all. Nothing to see.
Okay. As long as it's
all right,
not
well, let's check this back door on this tool shed here. If the wind is blowing through, I'm going to make sure that other door is closed.
It is secured and locked.
All right. There we go.
Curious. Pulls out
I just need to get this bag here.
Sword blade he had. Checking to see if it glows in the darker area.
What are you doing with that?
I don't know.
It has since stopped glowing since you pulled it out of the pond.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's... You know how it glowed when I first got it. I was just checking to see if it still did that thing.
No, you're right. I do remember that. And then it bit me when I tried to hold it. That's why I probably forgot about the glowing.
Hey, you know, you get kicked in the butt by a Kelpie, you gain good rewards, I guess.
Shh.
What are you guys doing over there in that tool shed?
Let's not let Corey know about that. Let's. Yeah, we're on our way. Sorry, just grabbing a bag.
Yeah, make sure you lock it.
Yeah, we got it. Roderick, I stay behind to lock the tool shed door.
Head out.
Guys pedaling around in there. What are you doing?
Oh, we're just taking a look around. It seems like you had a scarecrow in construction or something. What was that?
Scarecrow
just laying on the ground.
The old man's been talking about putting those up for years. Maybe he finally got around to it, I guess.
Well, you get a lot of birds in here in the crop. What do you?
Not really. We got a bunch of archers out there. Take them out like that usually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let me show you. Yeah. You lock it up. Get your bag. You get your bag.
I got it.
All right.
We're good to go, Corey. I hold up the bag with the Kelpie head in it.
All right. Let's show you to the corner, man. That's where the money maker is for me. And you, hopefully.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Sir. You make your way.
Let's keep an eye out for these tracks. Those odd tracks that I saw before, Roderick. Just as we walk, let's see if we can see any.
You kind of see those tracks everywhere when you look hard enough, but no one else seems to notice as you start walking past the farmhouse.
Hey, Corey, come over here. Just a second. I just got a quick question for you.
What is it, my man?
Well, if you look on the ground over here, do you see this? See this track? You got some other animals around here? What's making this? I don't recognize it. No, we've seen a few. This isn't our first rodeo, Corey.
Kind of just look like. Honestly, don't look like nothing to me. Maybe it's a goblin.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a goblin to me though.
Maybe it's a tiny goblin.
I just don't want to. I don't want to be guilty of putting down some livestock or something by accident. We
got chickens. We got a lot of pigs. Pigs are always. You know what? Maybe it's a pig. Pigs are always getting out of that pen and eating corn up and everything.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a pig to me, Corey. But okay, all right. Well, just thought I would check with you. Lead on.
I have no idea. All right. So this is the cornfield. It ushers you past the farmhouse and shows you the plots, the endless plots and rows of corn. Now we got 4 guards per plot, and they're always walking because you never know who's watching, who's looking around, and the more motion seems to scare predators away instead of just standing around waiting to get attacked by something.
Roderick, we should talk about that later. I've got an idea.
Okay.
All right. Makes sense.
Excellent.
Roaming patrols. Good idea.
Yep. It's a great idea. And as he's talking about that, he kind of starts moving silently at the edge of the corn. And you see him jump in the field. I got you, you son of a bitch. He pulls out a pig. See what I'm saying? These pigs are always eating the corn if you get out. I'm gonna take this one back to the pen. You wait for your fellow guards. There's already 2 on this plot. They'll be around, in a couple minutes maybe.
All right, we'll wait right here then.
All right.
When's evening chow, Corey?
Oh, maybe 4 hours from now.
Okay,
Sun's,
so we got some time.
Probably sun's got about 4 hours, probably.
Okay.
All right.
When Corey's out of earshot, I turn to Roderick.
Disappears to the pen.
Yeah, you said, here's my thinking, Roderick. They want us to be moving around to scare away the goblins, but that's the last thing we want to do. We want the goblins to come in because we don't get paid the bounty until we bag goblins. So I'm thinking ambush. Now, I've yet to meet a goblin that doesn't like a nice, tasty pig. So we just take one of them pigs. It's always getting out of the pen anyway. We just stake them. I mean, we're not going to hurt the pig, okay? That incident 3 months ago was a pure accident, okay? I didn't mean for that goat. Anyway, the pig is just going to be the bait. Then we wait, silent like.
Just like last time.
Goblin, the first goblin that pokes up its stinking little head. We crush it. We get paid right away. So
as you were talking about this, you see a pig snout sticking out from a cornfield that
right
you're
there.
standing next to.
Quick, grab it. We'll just save it for later.
You got them apples?
I don't have apples. The stupid kelpie ate my apples.
Oh, okay.
It was my last one. I told you it was my last one.
Okay.
I'm hungry now.
Yeah, piggy.
Sweet.
Piggy.
Continues to stand there. Sniffing the air.
Oh, this is perfect. No goblin can resist this. Hey, you wait here. I'm going to run back to that tool shed. I saw some rope there. We'll just grab the rope. We're just going to hobble this pig here.
Okay.
Just so he doesn't get too far.
You get the rope. I will keep an eye on this guy and try to get closer.
Sounds good.
Slowly.
Erlend runs back to the nearby tool shed.
As you make a sudden movement, you see the pig rush out of the cornfield, but it is no pig. It is 2 clawed feet and a mammoth maw of a face and the body of a scorpion, and it tries to sting you as you run by suddenly.
That's not pig.
This cursed. What do they have here? Demons.
Demon. My eyes go wide.
I pull forth the new blade that I acquire.
Strikes at you. You'll need to beat a 20 with the dodge or parry.
I dodge with my plus 11.
18.
Ooh. 16 plus 11, 27.
You dodge it, but just barely. And Roderick, you turn to the beast.
And I attack with the knife.
Tries to dodge out of the way.
8.
And it bolts back into the cornfield away from you.
Not so fast. I roll to my feet after dodging, pulling out my mace and chain, start swinging it, bringing up some momentum, and then I head towards it into the corn.
Go into the cornfield?
I'll stop right at the edge.
It bolts. You can hear rustling sounds and all of that sort, but it is clearly trying to get away.
I let the mace just fall on its chain. I look down at the ground. These tracks. Look at these tracks, Roderick.
They're the same.
Yes, they are.
You notice that they are not the same, actually.
Ah. Looks like there's a lot more vermin around here.
Hold off here, Erlend. What about the tracks of Corey? Take a look.
Oh, those are right there. It's just boots. You don't think? Come on. You don't think I'm going to recognize boots?
I'm getting a little bit nervous around here with all this skullduggery going on.
Well, I still like our plan. We ambush whatever that thing was.
Suddenly hear the sounds of drawing swords and men yelling, "We got floaters!"
Floaters?
Floaters?
You look around and you see men gazing up into the sky of the setting sun, filled with hundreds of little black dots, something that you might have seen earlier in the day, slowly drifting towards the ground. Some men are firing arrows, while some chasing around what can only be described as rodents with barbed tails and trying to stab them.
Oh.
I guess we'll join in, huh?
Still not goblins. It looks, why not?
One lands on Erlend's shoulder and immediately tries to, you knock him off, he falls to the ground, but he starts to crawl up your legs again and try to whack you with his tail.
I help Erlend grab the thing.
Strikes at you with his barbed tail as you're holding it.
Get off me. Oh, try to parry it away. 13 parry. 19 on the parry.
Ooh, I think you parried it. You knocked it around to the ground again, and it... Roderick, are you striking it?
Yes. That was a 21.
You ram your flamberge straight into the rat, the floater, killing it immediately. As chaos ensues, all the other men are running around.
Nice shot. I pull out my mason chain again, start swinging it, looking for the next thing coming down. I'm going to try to hit one before it lands on the ground.
You see him just constantly...
I brought it to the closest one to me and try to take a swing like I'm hitting a stick or hitting a ball with a stick with my mace.
I try to remain back to back with Erlend, making sure that nothing crawls up on us.
You hit one with your mace and chain and it goes flying to the sky.
Nice. Look at that. He splattered it. Wait, there's another one. I keep swinging at them as they come down to the ground, before they land on the ground, trying to hit them while they're still in the air.
And as all this pandemonium, all this chaos ensues, you look back at the farmhouse for just a moment, and you see Corey climbing out of the second-story window and starting to run towards you.
What the?
Running at you with his arms flailing.
You want to see what that's all about, Roderick? I'm having too much fun with these things. So I keep swinging and smashing them.
As he gets closer, he seems to be screaming, but you can't hear him. And as he's running, time almost kind of seems to freeze as he enters the cornfield.
What is going on here, Erlend?
As he's running and screaming, a mysterious figure steps out from the cornfield, and two gleaming red eyes can be seen lighting up behind Corey. And then time kind of speeds back up, and Corey continues running, but suddenly his upper body separates from its lower half and slumps on the ground.
Wait, that's the guy that's going to pay us.
And a bloody mess. His legs and feet are still pumping fiercely into the ground towards you, as driven by some sick, twisted, dark magic before they crash into the dirt just before you.
What on earth? He grabs his other knife and goes ahead and whips it at that creature.
Dagger. Go ahead.
Rolls an 8.
Dagger hits the thing in the shoulder. Roll damage.
6. And I don't know what my bonus is, but 1.
That was the dagger you picked up from the pond?
Yes.
Okay. It hits hits it, and then you're gonna suffer all night. And it disappears into the cornfield.
That's it. No more running into cornfields. It's not getting away that easy. Erlend takes off at a run into the cornfield.
Hey, wait a second! Like, runs after him as well.
He just killed our paycheck. Mace out. I keep the head of the mace swinging on the chain as I go running after him into the corn maze.
Do you have tracking?
I do.
Roll your tracking.
Ooh. Very good success. I rolled a 6.
You immediately see him in it's a scarecrow that you've seen earlier, patched up, and his gleaming red eyes have faded to a dark, dead black. And you see him standing before you, trying to escape through the field. You can take an action to strike.
I got you now. I swing the mace down right on its from behind on its scarecrow head, trying to pulverize it. I grunt with effort as I swing. Oh yeah. I'm satisfied as my mace comes striking down. A 19. Ooh.
Your mace comes down, hitting it in his head.
For a total of, it hits hard. 13 damage.
Nice.
He smashes into his straw-filled head.
It turns around, and with a dagger in its hand, tries to stab you, Erlend.
Keep that mace up. Going for a parry.
With an 8.
I parry with a 17.
Parries easily.
Mace
Roderick.
knocks the dagger away. Roderick, get in on this.
Roderick moves in and maneuvers behind it to strike at its legs to cut it down with its flamberge. And 15.
It just barely manages to leap over your flamberg and
Not so fast.
continues to try to run away.
You're
Roderick.
not going anywhere.
Erlend.
The mace comes by again. This time I try to take out its legs, to swing the mace low. Ooh, only a 9.
Attempts to parry your blade. What was your strike?
That's a 9.
It parries your blade away.
Don't lose him.
Goes for another strike with his flamberge. Oh, 11.
You cut into it. The straw kind of flies away.
11 points damage.
Nice.
But as you do, it takes this opportunity to stab you back with no chance to dodge or parry with its knife. You take 8 damage.
Oh!
Why, you straw demon?
Roll initiative.
You'll pay for that. No modifications, 11.
Yes, sir.
20.
Nice.
Roderick goes first. You see that dagger still sitting in his shoulder, by the way.
End
You
of Roderick.
son of a straw! He goes ahead and flails at it with the flamberge once more. And 12.
Attempts to hold his dagger up to parry your blade as it comes in, but fails.
Cut him down.
11.
As you kind of sinks around again, he tries to escape running. It'll require
Erlend!
a tracking check by Erlend.
Slippery bastard. I don't see him. I can't see him. He's gone.
He
Son of a
disappears.
gun.
I swing my mace around, knocking stalks of corn over. Blindly looking.
Hold up. Save your strength. I got this
Well, now
stupid...
what? Half a day's walk. Our paycheck just got killed by this stupid scarecrow. We can't even find him.
I told you we shouldn't trust any scarecrows.
Oh, yeah. Let me take a look at that wound. Come over here.
Walks over to his friend. What do you make of it?
It's hard to see. Light's failing. We better head back to the farmhouse. Let him know what happened to the lead hand.
Yeah, let's go.
Wait a second. Wait.
Healing.
Corey said something to me. I forgot about it until just this moment.
What?
He said that the old man was playing around with these scarecrows. Do you think the old man made this?
I have no idea.
Let's just check that tool shed.
As you mentioned, old man, you actually hear him in the cornfield. Help me! It got me! Please help me!
You hear that? I turn towards the sound.
Wait a second.
Moving towards it.
He puts his arm on Erlend. What if it's the scarecrow?
Well, then we'll finish what we started. Collect our money and get out of here.
Drag me out of here, please.
Oh, we're coming, old man. But let me tell you this, Maurice. If you were responsible for this, or Marshall, or whatever your name was, if you were responsible for this scarecrow thing, then we're going to have some words, you and I. I reached the old man. When I reach him, I look down, examine his wounds.
You reached the spot where you heard the voice, but there is no body. And from behind, suffer! You see a dagger coming to hit you in the back. The 17.
Oof. That last moment when he's taunting me, I use that clue to roll forward, trying to get out of the way. Ooh, a natural 19 plus my dodge of 11. That's 30 on the dodge.
Easily roll forward and out of the way.
Not today, demon.
Roderick
goes ahead and moves forwards into the corn and slices through, hoping that he will get a chance at this creature. 20.
Yeah, you know what? You're slicing randomly through the corn. The scarecrow's totally unaware. Roll damage.
14.
You slice into this scarecrow, but it pops back up again and turns around. This time it has shears that it took from the tool shed and tries to slice you in half with them.
Ooh.
Goes for the dodge. That would be 16.
Its eyes glow blood red as it holds the shears.
No!
And your body falls into two pieces into the cornfield.
No! Erlend yells with rage as he flies in. I told
you was gonna suffer all night.
You pay for that.
Erlend, your move.
Frantic, I strike with my mace. It's only a 10. As my mace comes down, it's an awkward blow.
Takes the
Roderick!
blow, splashing against its straw body. Roll damage.
8 damage.
You see the scarecrow just smash into the ground and straw everywhere.
I kicked the straw around just for a second. Then I turned to Roderick. No! Rushing over to his body. I check, hoping against hope that somehow, some way he still survived. I take out the potion that I had taken before. I don't even... What? I pour the potion down his lifeless mouth, hoping for a miracle.
You pour the potion down his throat. Did you have both of them?
I have just the one.
As you pour the potion down his throat, he just enlarges 15 feet with no healing potion.
No! I just have a 15-foot corpse now of my friend Roderick.
His upper torso is 15 feet long.
Bleeding out even more. Seeing that it's hopeless, and I can't even move his 15-foot torso, I just wait for a moment.
And as you do wait up for a moment, you hear the eerie laugh again.
I won't forget this, Roderick, but I gotta let go. I rush out of the corn towards the house.
You approach the house. You run inside.
As I see the house, it's dark. There's a window on the second floor that's open where Corey jumped out.
All the doors to the farmhouse are open.
That's not a good sign. Out comes the mace and chain. I step up to the front door onto the porch.
You see
Without
blood.
entering, I peek inside the open door.
You just see
looking for
blood
light.
trickling out of the door.
Without saying anything, I look over at the cornfield, looking for the torches of the other guards that were battling these floating rats.
There's still pandemonium. They never even saw the scarecrow fight happening inside of the cornfield. They're just trying to kill floaters, as there's hundreds of them. Floaters eat crops and just float away afterwards.
I step in through the threshold to this slaughterhouse, looking for survivors.
And as you do, you see no survivors. You just see Marshall or Martha embraced, but in pieces. Tragic scene.
If it weren't for all of the gore that I've seen on the battlefields where we hired out our services, this would turn my stomach. Some devilry here. I look around. There's no one else alive. And then head out of the farmhouse, disgusted at what's transpired.
And as you do, again, you see this evil scarecrow just laughing.
Instead of approaching it this time, I dart back into the building. I look for the lamp.
You easily find a lamp.
I grab the lamp. As I grab the lamp, I take the striker and light the lamp on so that I have some light. Then I head back out, fully expecting the scarecrow to be there.
The scarecrow has disappeared, and you hear in the distance, woo, woo. You hear the animals in the back in the barnyard.
I head that direction, holding the lamp in front of me for the extra light.
As you hold the lamp up, you can see the scarecrow in the distance on one of the horses jump from the stables with a scythe in its hand now. Coming straight towards you, straight towards the light.
I hold the light up high, waiting for him to close. My other hand, I hold my mace and chain. When he gets within about, just as he's a few feet away, I throw the lamp on the ground at its feet to burst the lamp and hopefully catch this thing on fire.
The lamp hits the ground and immediately goes in a blaze. The horse that is riding slumps down into the ground. The scarecrow tumbles, sewn back together, missing the flame just by mere inches, but the horse goes up in flames.
Oh, just like the goat. I turn rushing to the scarecrow as he tumbles through the air, trying to get him on his back foot, swinging hard with my mace. $18.
Scarecrow attempts to parry it with the scythe, swinging it widely, and misses.
Nice. 6 points from the mace.
It hits the ground, bobbles back up, and takes its own turn to take a swipe at you. It misses completely.
My turn.
Let's see what you got.
Mace comes back. Instead of trying to strike the scarecrow this time, I aim for its arm that's holding the mace to crush it, or to the scythe to try to crush it. I roll a natural 18 plus 6, 24.
Tries to dodge out of the way and fails miserably.
Takes 10 points of damage as I try to use that mace to destroy its weapon arm.
You cut its arm off, and the arm falls into the flame. It immediately bursts into flame, getting destroyed.
My eyes. Oh,
go ahead.
My eyes dart to the burning limb. I turn back to him.
What are you laughing at? Looking a little tired. He grabs his dagger and starts charging you. Die! 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 Starts stabbing at you. Take 16 points.
I'd gladly take the damage, letting him close.
Roll your initiative.
Then I grab him. Initiative 14.
You grab him?
I grab him, and then I roll with him onto the flame.
D20 check.
Burn!
D20
Burn!
check.
I say. A 9.
You attempt this, but he throws you off.
Slippery.
He pulls up his dagger and says, "Nice try. Why don't you come up here and try it again?"
Nah, you come here, I say, standing right next to the flames.
Takes his dagger and whips it at you.
Coward. I dodge out of the way of the dagger. Ooh, yeah, 30 on the dodge.
It hits the ground, totally missing it. And it waits for you to get up. Well, come on, what do you got?
Climb up to my feet, dust myself off, hold my mace and chain in one hand. Let's end this, demon.
Let's. And he runs at you now, tries to grapple you, and throw you into the fire.
I use my mace to try to smack his hands away as they reach for me.
Easily accomplished. You knock his hands away. His hand away. But he starts to run at you and starts to headbutt you and just try to push you into that flame. You get in the fire. You get in the fire.
Let's both. As he comes towards me, I drop my mace to put two hands around the tunic that he's wearing, and then drag him into the fire.
As you do a simultaneous strike, he cannot defend against it, and you both fall into this fire, and he immediately explodes into a fiery ball.
As soon as he explodes and I'm burning myself, I roll out of the fire and keep rolling on the ground, trying to put it out.
Easily accomplished.
I lay there on the ground for a moment, catching my breath. Before I stand up and take in my surroundings. I whistle loudly for the other guards. Call out if anyone else is alive.
They never come.
Pick up my mace that I dropped, my mace and chain.
As you do, and you reflect on this day of tragedy and victory by some standard of yours. The sun is finally gone, set fully. All you see is men running around aimlessly trying to chase these floaters around.
It's hopeless. I think to myself.
As you think that, and as you say that, you see a hat. floating in the wind, and the evil laugh on the wind.